Alright guys, I'm here in the Bay Area. I'm just joking, I'm not in the Bay Area. I'm here on location. How to Fish is on location in Hawaii. And we're gonna try something very interesting today. I got this pole, a 3-pronged spearfishing pole, a Hawaiian sling as they call it. We're just gonna go try it out. Watch some YouTube videos, trying to learn, but I'm excited. And yeah, I'm gonna take you guys with me. All right, see you in there. So the key to spearfishing is to remain calm and not to spook the fish. This was my first dive and I spot a Kole fish, which is a popular fish to spear, fry them up, and they're supposedly delicious. They taste like chips. And in this case, I obviously dived way too aggressively, and the Kole knew what I was up to. So give the Kole a thumbs up for escaping. Next up, I spot a saddle wrasse. They're good for bait, but not for eating. So I figured I might as well try, but again, so many misses at the beginning. Here I'm looking at a school of Manini. They're sort of like panfish if you're familiar with freshwater. Super good to eat. And finally, after like 50 different shots, I spear one. And boy, oh boy, was it a good feeling. So give a big thumbs up for my first speared Manini. It was delicious. You'll see later on that I go on a guided spearfishing tour where we run into an octopus, but for the most part, as you can see here, I'm just exploring the water, practicing shots. The amount of wildlife in Hawaii is amazing. You miss a shot, that's okay. You have a majestic turtle to look at, you know? It's just so nice. Again, I'm trying to get some bait fish for my fishing pole later on, but lots of misses, which is normal. Here I spot a cornet fish. They look like long needles. You'll see them at the bottom of the screen, and they're like a delicacy, especially in Japan. I attract it using a spoon. The spoon looks like injured bait. I try to take this shot. Damn, but I miss. Luckily, I find another one. I was able to spear it. Again, I fried it up. The fillet was just super tender. So here I spot another group of Maninis that I'm going to try and spear. Line them up. Take my shot, but I miss again. The nice thing about the 3-prong is that you can reload it really easily, and you have the breath hold. You can take a secondary shot like I did there. Again, so many misses with the 3-prong, but it just takes a lot of practice. Here again, I'm looking at a bait fish that I want to get to use on my fishing pole later on. Miss. So here you can see I'm getting a little more and more patient and trying to line up the fish for a perfect shot, but again, so much more practice is needed. So this was one of my most exciting dives. I spotted a large goatfish, probably about 2 pounds. Goatfish are highly prized fish for their flaky and delicious fillets. It was resting in front of this mushroom-looking coral, and I learned that you always should plan out your descents. So I wanted to dive down and hide behind the mushroom coral and slowly approach the goatfish without spooking it. What I really liked about this dive is it also shows you how much I improved from the beginning. This is way deeper. We're in about 20 feet of water now, and I'm slowly approaching the mushroom coral where the goatfish is behind. And so I load my spear and I'm slowly approaching it, trying not to spook it. I use my left hand to go over the coral, and I'm moving. I spot the goatfish. Oh, and look at this. My spear went left. That's one of the hardest things about spearfishing is just keeping calm when you see that fish and make sure you line up the shot. Here I didn't really line it up, and of course it escapes. So after doing all that spearfishing by myself, it was time for me to get on a guided trip. Use an actual spear gun, find some octopus, maybe find some other fish. You can see here, this is the first practice shot with the gun. I'm trying to shoot at that spoon, and not bad. So give it a like for that shot. I apologize. I am following a goatfish. You just don't see it. Just making sure I have the safety off. I line it up. I take a shot, but again, miss.
Look at how low to the ground and calm our awesome guide Hans was. Here he was trying to shoot a goatfish, and this is the ideal positioning and calmness you should have when spearfishing. Unfortunately, he didn't get the goatfish, but still this is a great example of how you're supposed to do it right. One thing I really wanted to find on this trip was an octopus. They are super sustainable to harvest. They're really awesome. They camouflage well, and they're super hard to find. So you can see here our guide found one, and he's just using the 3-prong pole to tickle it out of its burrow. You typically don't look for octopus. You actually look out for places where there's dead coral or rocks that look out of place, and those are typically what the octopus flip up in front of their burrows, and so you're looking for those type of signs. This octopus was super fun to play with. We are gonna let it go. It is less than 1 pound, and as you can see, it's just inking everywhere. So one way to tell if they are a legal size, if their head doesn't fit through the hole you make with your thumb and index finger, just like our guide was showing us there. So we took the octopus and put it back into its burrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this spearfishing video. It is a little different from what I typically do, but it was super worth it. Give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe.